Two Shy Girls podcast. I'm Simone.
And I'm Anne.
And today we are still filming virtually because Chicago was just put in a stay-at-home advisory. Yeah, and somebody's vacuuming outside, so I don't know what that's about.
Wait. Outside is in the hallway?
In the hallway, yeah. Outside.
Okay, for a second my brain went like someone's outside.
Oh, yes, because on the 11th floor I can really tell if somebody's vacuuming the sidewalk.
That's how tired I am.
Listen. Yeah, well, they said don't have more than 6 people in your home, but they said that you can have up to 10 people in an indoor gathering, so Thanksgiving
I was very confused about that.
Huh?
I was very confused about that.
They were like, please have no one in your home that isn't your immediate family. Okay. But they're like, but you can have 10 people for an event. And I was like, okay. So Thanksgiving, we're just going to like make it an indoor event.
My favorite was the part that says, don't let other people in your household so that everyone can continue to go to school. And I was like, what?
I mean, they really shouldn't be going to school, but...
Like, right? Like, where are you more likely to catch it? In your house, where there's, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 people and it's, like, more easily controlled, versus a school where you're jammed packed in a classroom with, like, 15 other people that you don't know where they've been.
I don't know. They're just straight up stupid. Stupido. But, yeah, I mean... We're going to go to Costco on Sunday. So that... Not that we need anything. But I've decided that I'm switching to protein shakes for breakfast and lunch. I already drink protein shakes for breakfast, so I'm just going to add the lunch because I spent the morning crying about how fat I was, so... Gonna try something different.
Protein shake.
Yeah.
You feel like we're losing that again. Like we had a while where there was like a lot of like body positivity, and then like I don't know. I've noticed there's more of a trend away from that again, and
at least George got he was on Reddit, which I tell him not to be on Reddit because he comments and people are mean on the internet. But so it was something about like losing weight or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I lost a bunch of weight and I looked and felt really bad when I was 200, and he's like, now I'm around 300 and I feel great. And this guy was like, what, you have to be 6'8" or that's just plain unhealthy. And he was like, and I'm much meaner than George. George is like very, very nice. And so I was like, well, first off, bitch, he was like, he said that obviously George didn't understand the severity of his condition. And I'm thinking, first off, bitch, I didn't need you to police my body. Second, I mean, I guess his body, but like, second, I don't need, like, you are not a medical professional. I mean, you might be, this is Reddit, I don't know, but like, am I paying you for medical advice? No. Did I come to you asking for medical advice? No. So, if I'm telling you that I look and feel happy, who are you to look at me and say, oh, you don't look and feel happy? Actually, you're disgusting, and I'll be damned if anyone, like, I can call myself fat all the time, but if anyone else calls me fat, they're about to get a fucking earful. Hey, sweetos. Hey, sweetos. Anyway.
Nah, that's, honestly, like, real, though. Yeah. Why should someone, be telling you, like, how you feel? Like, first of all, like, I don't even get why, like, someone would, like, say, like, in the first place, like, no, there's, like, no way you can be happy. Like, bitch, like, how? How can you possibly know that?
I mean, it's like, you are a faceless person on the internet.
Yeah.
Get out of my, like, you literally could weigh 600 pounds and calling me unhealthy, but like, which is fine. Like, I don't care that you're 600 pounds, but like, you can't call me unhealthy and in the same breath be faceless. Like, I, ma'am, I'm trying to do something. It's just like, I just don't understand the audacity of people. It's like, when larger women post something and they just like look happy because they're feeling themselves that day. And this gross man will be like, cow. Who? And most of the time they're fucking gross, right? Like, who? I saw this TikTok and it was like this person saying, I am not going to work 40 hours a week just to come home to an obese wife.
What?
You would be lucky if an obese woman would ever date, like, because listen, nobody asked for your opinion. Second, if you don't like fat women, like, fine, nobody gives a shit, because we're probably not coming for you anyway. Third, we are free weight lifting, like, fit guys should love us because you could probably bench press that 100-pound girl real easy, but you need a challenge, and I am a goddamn challenge. So, also, we're going to feed you better. We're going to feed you better. We're not afraid to fucking eat. And even, I know a lot of women who are, like, my size that are, like, literal vegans and are consuming nothing. And, like, it's just how, like, the hand that life dealt them. Like, I do not eat. I have a severe problem that I do not eat. So then the fact that I am even switching to 2 protein shakes and a dinner is amazing because, like, what have I had today? Coffee, a single taco. That's it. That is all of my food. And am I 350 pounds? Yeah. But that's my typical day, coffee and a single taco. Or I'll, like, eat, like, I might go the whole day and not eat food. And then at, like, 8 p.m. be like, oh, I'm hungry. And then wonder why, like, I have a headache. But it's not, like, people say it's like you just need to eat less. And it's not always that. Frankly, I need to eat more. I don't know. I'm going to get off my soapbox.
No, that's... I think people have really lost, and that's why I mentioned, like, kind of, why I feel like we've, like, lost not really like that we've forgotten about the words body positivity, but the way that we've, like, construed it. It doesn't, like, we're not using it in the way that it should be used. I feel like more and more people now are using it to say, like, kind of, and this is why I've been, like, staying away from, like, Instagram, but, like, body positivity as in, like, it's become this ideal, again, we're back to, like, what the ideal look that everyone should be striving for.
Right, they're like, if you're really body positive, you will work to make your body better. Like, that's not it. Like, I'm gonna be, like, sure, if I actively do want to lose weight, but that's because I am at my heaviest that I've ever been, and that I am unhappy with myself, but at the same time, I'm not doing it because I want to achieve an ideal. Like, this is all personal. So, like, for people to say that, oh, you should lose weight, and then they're like, oh, I'm so glad you're losing weight, or you're working to lose weight, but, like, I'm not doing it for you. And I don't want to be skinny either. Like, yeah, I want to lose 50 pounds, but 50 pounds on me is going to be a lot of weight. And, like, that's going to drastically change the way I look, and it has nothing to do, it's not that I'm like not losing weight to find a person, right? Like, I'm not losing weight because I'm actually unhealthy. Like, I'm actually very healthy. And I'm not losing weight because I want to fit an ideal. I'm losing weight because I personally do not like how heavy I've gotten. But, I mean, this is like when I ran on a rant earlier today about My friend posted a bumper sticker on Facebook that said vasectomy prevents abortion. And her dad is literally the worst. They used to be in business together, but then he threatened to punch her and throw her down a flight of stairs, so they are no longer in business together.
Okay, I can see why.
Yep. And now she's a private tutor. And the thing is, she wasn't taking a salary from their business, so like she's making more money not in the business, but not the point. But he comes on there and he was like, actually, abstinence is better. And she was like, and she like commented, she's like, how so? And he said, well, I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but I'm sure it's not as far off as you think it is. And then she posts all of these articles from Google Scholar, and this man did not pop back up. Like, he was just like... And then her brother, who is from a different father, commented all this stuff about how abstinence is ineffective. It actually increases abortion rates. That, like, Republicans are all about not banning, the government not banning and regulating things, but then they're going to try to regulate and ban the things going on in a woman's uterus. So it's not really about the abortion. It's really about regulating women's bodies. And then he was like, but regulating a man's body and telling everybody when they turn 18 they got to get a vasectomy is too much. It's too far. I need to calm down. I'm sorry. But then I texted her and I was like, you're a fucking father. And she was like, yeah, my mom tried to fight me about abortions today. And I was like, this poor girl. I want her to move out so bad. Her family is so mean to her. So mean to her. And like, this is like, her dad is like a big dude. And he's short, but he's a big dude. And she is tall. Like, she's taller than I am. She's tall. But she used to be about my size. And she, like, when she first started losing weight, her family was like, oh, I'm so glad you're doing this. You're going to be so much healthier. You're going to be so much happier. And she literally texted me and was like, I'm literally doing this because I'm unhappy, but, like, I don't want other people telling me that I'm going to be happier just from losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
Now she has lost a lot of weight. She also convinced me to get rid of my Spanx. So, she's great. She's gonna be in my wedding. So are you, though, so. Now I just gotta find George some friends. Yeah, the biggest issue is that I want, like, all these people, and George's like, I have one friend. And I'm like, okay. Anyway. Yeah, let me calm down because I'm just getting mad about everything.
You can talk about your wedding. What is this wedding? I keep hearing about it.
When is this wedding? It is actually October 14th, 2023.
Okay.
We have an actual date set.
Should I put this in my calendar now?
Yeah, that's when we're getting married. Now, the kicker is if we're getting married in Chicago or if we're getting married in North Carolina. It would be
You can do it twice.
I'm not doing it twice. I'm not doing it twice. It would be cheaper in North Carolina, but my family would be more willing to travel than his would. You know? But, like, it would be cheaper.
It would be. It would be a lot. Just thinking about all the weddings here.
Yeah.
Unless 2023, we still haven't solved this huge issue right now. Restaurants are so desperate that they're like, everything's cheap.
Well, if we're still in COVID and we're still in lockdown in 2023, I'm just eloping. And I'm just going to send out, like,
Zoom wedding.
I'm not Zoom. My little did that. She Zoom weddinged. But I'm just going to send out, like, a we got married card. And so then people will send me gifts. Be like, we're registered here.
I would probably just join together with people and buy you guys a house. That's what I would do.
I'm here for that.
I would do that. I would totally do this so that you guys could at least have because, like, hey, I'm not going to lie. it's nice having like a backyard. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I would love a backyard.
Yeah, I think once we move into a house, we'll get a dog. But it's got to be a beagle because this man, he loves his beagles. But he also refuses to buy from a breeder, so yeah. So it's just complicated. But I will find a beagle on Facebook.
I'll start looking.
I was in a dog buy and sell page for, like a puppy buy and sell page for a while. I had to get myself out of it because I kept wanting to buy animals. And clearly I have no self-control because I wanted an animal. I researched animals. Literally, by the end of the week, we had another animal.
It's a pet for your pet, though. That's how I think of it when you get a second pet.
Okay, but my first pet, does not like my second pet because Tequila straight up chooses chaos every day. Big Kitty will just be sleeping, and she'll walk up, pounce on her. And, like, Big Kitty's just like, why? Why?
Oh, that's what my cat did to my sister's cat. And then my sister's cat got scary after that.
Just sad. I also refuse to get a boy animal.
Any particular reason?
Because boy cats spray.
Oh, that's true. They do.
And boy dogs like to mark their territory whether or not they're fixed. So, like, because if they started marking their territory, like, depending on when you get a dog fixed, if they've already got into the habit of marking their territory, they'll continue to do it. And so, and same with male cats. Like, if they've already gotten into the habit of spraying, even once you neuter them, they're still gonna do it. And because I'm like so for adopting it from a shelter, there's a high probability that they've gotten to the marking their territory before they got neutered. But female cats, they just rub their head on you and they mark you with their scent glands on their head. So I'm okay with that, like I rub.
I swear though, my cat, she's more like that with the head rubbing, but my dog, I swear to God, we have a boy dog and a girl dog, brother and sister. And I swear to God, his sister, my dog's sister, because my dog marks his territory. We never had that issue with my first dog. When he does that in the backyard, he's got a certain spot that's his. And I swear to God, she obviously does not mark her territory, but she purposely will go over there and she'll use that as her spot too. But she'll wait till he marks it, so then she'll go over there to be like, "Oh yeah, bitch, you just watch." Like, I swear.
I'm here for that. Assert your dominance, girl.
So that was a little something that wasn't expected, because we're like, okay, we got the boy dog, but now the girl dog's doing it.
And what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve? Well, since we're on the subject of pets, me walking around my neighborhood and people letting their dogs walk around without a leash and being like, "Oh, it's okay, he's very good walking around without his leash," but that dog is like right like up on me and I'm just like, "Are you sure about that?" That's my biggest pet peeve.
I don't see that.
I see it more in like, depends on where you are. When you kind of go out more in the suburb areas of Illinois, everybody freaking does that. They walk their dog without a leash. And like half the people that swear that their dog is really good without walking out without a leash, like, I don't see it.
I would not trust my dog without a leash because she will run up to anybody. And she is 50 pounds of muscle. And she will literally knock you over. She is so big. She's not even big. She's only 50 pounds, but like pure muscle, unbridled energy. And she has never met a stranger she didn't like. Like, not once. Actually, that's not true. She used to be really weird about black men. And black men love pit bulls. So So she's like, they'd be like, oh, I love your dog, but can I pet her? And she would like run. And I was like, are you okay? But she's not like that with my dad, so I don't know. Now my dad has officially said that speaking of my dad, he's calling me. Um, has officially said that he is her owner. So he has taken her from me, which is fine. She lives a good life. He literally spent thousands of dollars to, because like, so our like backyard door was put on wrong. It opens in instead of opening out. Or no, it opens out instead of opening in. So he paid somebody to flip the door around so that it opens in, then got a screen door put in with a doggy door so that she can go out whenever she wants.
Oh.
And he paid a lot of money for it. Like, he just got a new door. He was just like, ugh.
That's so cute.
Yep. He loves that dog.
Oh, that's his baby.
And he pays like $50 a month for her medicine. And she gets extra protein food. Yeah. He loves that dog. Much more than he loves his kids. And it's apparent. Yeah, getting him to spend $50 on me is like asking the man to cut off a finger, but he's like, yeah, I'll buy the dog medicine.
For the dog. Oh my god.
Yeah, he loves that dog. Well, Anne, what are your other biggest pet peeves? I've rambled a lot today, so you have to ramble.
Oh. That's hard. I think one of my biggest ones is, I mean, I feel bad like ranting about this because that's just my personality. So no judgment if you do that, that's fine. Just know that this is not me. If someone who will like send like one text, and I'll just kind of like say, oh, like, okay, like I'll read this like when I get the time, but then they like send me like 20 like different other texts about, did you see like that one text? Like, and it's usually on my family, so, and they're probably listening right now, but they'll be like, did you like see my text? And I'll be like, yes, I saw your text, or no, I told you I will get to that.
My dad does that. He like texted me, and he was like, he texted me, I didn't respond. He's like, do you hear me? Like, clearly I'm doing something.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I mean, it's one thing if they like send multiple texts because that's just the way they think. Like they send a text for each thought. But like to send another text asking if you got the first text, I'm just busy. Like I have stuff to do.
Right. Well, no, that I like, and then it's like, especially like when you tell someone like, okay, like I'll get to that. And then they'll send like 20 messages later, like, did you get to it? Like, yeah. And I'm like, it's only been like half an hour.
I don't
know. With emails too. That emails people do that with more if it's like you're like, I've noticed not so much when like with like school, but in like the work world, people like expecting you to be like on your email like 24/7.
Yeah, and so like especially when I was like working over the summer, like people would send me emails after 5, but I didn't have that work email on my phone. So I was like after 5, like I shut my computer off and I was doing stuff. Like
right.
And so they'd be like, oh yeah, could you do this by the morning? And I'd get it in the morning because I'm not checking my email all night. Like, and so then I'd have to real quick do something. I mean, like I get that this is your job. Like, I understand that people have to work past 5, but when this is my summer job and I clock out for the day, unless
there it is. There's the answer. Well, you just said it. You clocked out for the day. That's it.
I mean, but like if I choose to do more work, that's one thing. Like, oh, I didn't get it done during the workday, but I need to do this. I'll do it after I clock out. But if you're just gonna add something for me to do at like 7 p.m., no. Like,
Now, obviously, there was a time before emails. So, like, what were all these people? Because some of them, it's like the people that I work out with are obviously like older, like way older. So they obviously worked at a time before emails. So I'm like, what were you doing before all this? Is it just, that's where it comes down to. I think it's just the fact that people can instantly like message now. That's the only reason they're demanding something get done like outside of like a work hour. If they come up with something like outside your work hour, oh, like I'm gonna email it to them now instead of thinking like, obviously they're off the clock right now. They could be, like you said, working on stuff that they didn't get through during the day. I will just have to wait till tomorrow to give them this assignment.
I mean, if something last minute comes up, that's fine as long as you understand that that's not always going to be solved right away. Like, you can't just assume that because it's like a last minute for you that I can drop whatever I'm doing and do it too. Anyway, well, I don't have anything else to talk about.
That turned into a rant. I didn't mean it to, but it did. I think I was projecting from work.
I mean, but your work is horrible. Also, your work haven't been handling COVID cases very well, and they haven't been informing people about COVID cases very well, and they're rude to you, and they guilt trip you, and they're trying to make you go to mass. You're not a teacher, and they've made you do lesson plans. So, like, your work is bad. Other people, this is just like a gripe that, like, if it's really important, you need to tell me about it before the end of the workday. Your work is just horrible. Oh, how was your first day back? What was that like?
Oh, it was a very weird experience. Like, if I could, I don't know if you ever like felt like disoriented, like that feeling like where you're like I can't believe I'm here right now. Like this doesn't feel real. Like that's how it felt the minute I walked into the door. Even when like I looked at the classroom, I'm like, is this my classroom? I don't remember. This doesn't look like my classroom. There's no way I'm here right now. And then like I left, like as I was leaving my work, I see your text about like, hey, maybe we should do this at home. And I was about to text you the same thing, like, because I'm like, oh, I just thought about it. Icky germs are all around. And then you sent me that information about the article, and I read it with the stay-at-home advisory. So the panic's only going to increase even more when I go back to work on Monday. So yeah.
Yeah, that stay-at-home advisory was put in our SBA group chat, and she was like, stay safe. But let's check the numbers. Let's do that right now. COVID cases.
Yeah, that's for everyone in Chicago right now. Y'all should definitely look at that because I feel like it's not getting broadcasted enough.
Okay, so yesterday there were 12,384 new cases in Illinois. In Cook County, yesterday, there were 437 cases.
This is scaring me. We're going to go back to right where we were in spring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. Maybe I'm just sensitive. But it's one thing when it was like the lockdown, like that drove me a little nuts, but I'm just like, okay, there's a reason for it. But it was like the lockdown and then hearing about all these people getting sick and like all these people dying. It's just miserable. It's horrible to hear.
Yeah, and I think what's worse about it is definitely that we're not taking it as seriously as we did when the numbers were much lower.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 12,000 cases in a day. And let me tell you that our next highest peak was back in September. I mean, excluding this upward trend that we've had in the last month, our next highest peak was in September, and that was 5,000 cases. Back in May, May 12th was 4,000 cases. So like now we're at 12,000 cases and we're not in a shutdown yet? I mean, and Pritzker did say that he's looking at all possibilities.
Sounds like me right now when I'm like telling my kids, I'm going to put a strike for you. Don't make me do it. I'm going to put a strike, but I'm not actually putting a strike on them. I don't know. That's the feeling I'm getting from him. I'm like, come on, man. You gotta be.
I really think that they're going to try to hold off until after the holidays. And then like January 2nd, they're going to be like, do not leave your home anymore. Like, I think.
But here's my argument. And maybe if schools weren't in session, I wouldn't be making this argument. But like Thanksgiving, for example, was coming up, okay? And I was just thinking about there's that time in between Thanksgiving and Christmas that we're still gonna have to go, and it's not just my school, other schools too, and other like workplaces as well. Obviously, despite this advisory, people are going to travel for Thanksgiving. I guarantee you, people are going to do it. People did it during the stay-at-home order too, but there's a lot so more now. So how is that going to be handled during the in between that time of Thanksgiving and when we get to Christmas? Like there's that time in between. So how are you going to handle all these people traveling and then coming back to work or to school to finish up that time in between the two?
They're going to encourage you not to.
I will tell you right now that is not going to stop anybody.
Yeah, I mean, George's family was like, we're having people over for Thanksgiving. I mean, like, they all live in like, suburban Illinois, Cook, well, not Cook County, but the outskirts of, Chicago. But, I mean, they're like, we're having people over. Oh! George's sister's baby came home.
Oh, how's it going?
It's good. Both sets of grandparents are visiting this weekend. And so the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we're going to take, technically he's not going to be a newborn anymore, but we're going to take some baby pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I mean, I haven't used my camera in a while, so it'll be fun.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. You're like an actual like camera person, and we're not talking about like phone pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, at first I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm a good old like Instagram photos, but then you said camera, I was like, oh, that's right. She's an actual photographer.
Yeah, I'm an actual photographer. I'm excited though. But baby pictures take all day because you gotta stop to feed them. They'll start crying.
I was always curious about that. You see all those cute little photos of the baby like all calm and sweet and all that.
No, like baby shoots for well, for newborns it's a little bit easier because newborns kind of just sleep for the first 2 weeks of their life. But for the first 2 weeks of his life, he was in the NICU. And so, and by the time we take pictures, he's gonna be like a month old. So he'll be a baby and they just cry. Like you'll have to, I mean, outfit changes are hard with babies. Like, yeah. I mean, and then you're thinking like, it's only light from, I mean, they live an hour and a half away. And so like, even if we get that by 10, we only have really 6 workable hours. And
this is sounding less cute than I thought it would.
It's not a fun time. Like, it's not a fun time. And like, I don't know if they're really going to have all of the outfits picked out. So I'm going to be like hounding them, be like, hey, how many outfits do you want to pick out? Like, is the family going to be in these pictures or do you just want the baby? Like, I personally think they should get some like family pictures, but they also have 4 animals. And so that's hella difficult. And when I tell you they have 4 animals and their house is maybe a little bit bigger than my apartment, and their dogs are big. And not the good kind of big, like not like a golden retriever. Like they're the we come up to your waist big and we're also very rambunctious. They just like be fighting.
Also,
Just
like the ones that like people in my neighborhood walk around without a leash on.
yeah, they just be straight up fighting in the middle of the floor. And like and then like her husband be fighting with them. And that's fine. But I'm worried about like what when this baby starts crawling? Where's he gonna go?
I have
Because there's two horses in the living room.
Oh, you use the word horses. That's a very mild way of putting it.
They I mean like if nothing else, they are miniature ponies. Like they are strong. Like they're too much for me, and I have a 50-pound pit bull. Like they're big dogs, and they're sweet. They're very sweet dogs, but they're just so rough. Like they don't know how big they are. Uh, she can't clip their nails because they run away. So they've got long nails. They're very rough. I mean, and they will pounce on anything. Then she's got two cats.
What is this house?
And it's small. I hope she doesn't listen to this. But it's a small house. Like it's not like I mean it's fine for like two people and a baby, but like it's the big dogs. It's actually even fine for the cats. Like but those are big dogs. And I'm worried about this baby starting to crawl because where he gonna crawl? How is he gonna get tummy time?
Dogs will turn into sometimes dogs sense that. They sense when there's clearly someone that like is vulnerable. They usually sense when someone is young. Like I mean, like my dog is saying like he's huge. Okay, he's like this huge, obnoxious, jumping, neurotic thing. And then one day we had my brother's fiance brought over one of her relatives, and let's see, the girl was like 2 maybe, and she's also extra vulnerable because she has like a lot of health issues, so walking's not a thing, and just the dog's like personality just like completely changed. We were almost like, is this the same dog? But there's just something where he sensed like this is a very vulnerable, small little thing.
Right, but not all dogs are like that.
True, not all dogs.
So I mean, like right now the dogs are at his parents' house or cabin or whatever. I don't know. They're like rich or something, and they own 2 homes, and one of those homes is a condo in Chicago. So if that enlightens, he's from Naperville. If that helps. So
oh, okay, yeah.
They're just some kind of rich.
Did you just say some kind of?
Yeah, some kind of rich, and I mean they also bought their house. His dad bought their house. But all of this to say that the dogs are at the cabin, and so they haven't met the baby yet.
Mm.
So the baby is at home, but the dogs will be there Sunday, so I am anxiously awaiting. I will text her Monday morning and be like, how are the dogs with the baby? Yeah. But he's working from home now, so he got a job, but he's working from home. So at least he's there.
Mm.
They're both there. I mean, she's not working, but he's working from home. So it's not like he can't keep an eye on things, or she like takes a nap while the baby's napping, like the dogs, you know. So it's really good that he found a job from home in a pandemic, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's because like I can't imagine right now. That's gotta be such a pain. Like, how do you find a job? Like,
Yeah, that like a job that works from home right
mm-hmm,
now. Because a lot of the jobs that are hiring are like construction and plumbing and like stuff that you have to go into other people's homes because people aren't wanting to work those jobs.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
A lot
kudos
of
to
jobs are
him.
cutting positions too because of um the the urge to be remote. I picture that that's gonna happen again. I worry about that. People, honestly, if you're a job that does that, that is thinking about the possibility of everyone being forced to stay at home again, and you are thinking about cutting people before that happens, I'm letting you know right now, you're a bitch. That's
Straight
the
up
only way to
trash.
describe you.
The good thing is that my job is still planning to have me for the summer. Yay! Because labor and employment is a recession-proof job. Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Well, yeah, because when people I mean, because it's on the company side, I'm working on the
True.
company side,
Okay, okay.
the
See,
side
that's
of
what
the bad people.
I
So
always automatically assume you're on the.
yeah, I'm not. I'm on the company side. Um, just like I worked for the city side, and while I reservations when I first started because I was like, no, the city is wrong, and then I was like, wait, stupid, you work for the city, and so now I'll be working for companies. Um, and I'm like hoping to pull a job offer, but I gotta get my shit together. But yeah, I'm excited because they added more jobs because companies are getting sued out the wazoo by their former employees.
Oh, there. That's true. I wouldn't think about that, but I could imagine right now that'd be the one place that's probably getting a ton of work, caseloads and work coming in.
Hmm. Now the problem is really that a lot of judges, so we're backed up because when the courts were closed, had to the courts were closed all summer, and then they opened back up, and so things were backloaded, and then they're about to close again for the holidays, and then if we go into another shutdown, at least now they know how to do it online, but judges, the way
Yeah.
they are. They're old school. They like to be in person. Um, and technology is not making it easy. Um, I mean, technology is what it is, but really, people are having to figure out how can we securely talk about settlement conferences um and offers and stuff over Zoom. We can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do we do that? Because there's no safety features. Now, Microsoft Teams has a lot of more safety features than Zoom does. So I think a lot, or they'll use, now there's a new legal one, just like there's a medical one that's all this privacy into it. But let me stop talking. Let's end
No,
this.
I'm good. No, I like hearing about this stuff because we use Zoom right now for schools.
Yeah.
For schools, sorry, I just really latched on that part where you said Microsoft Teams has more security. Because Zoom security, the more I'm on it and the more I'm working with younger kids now, the more I realize that I'm just this thing is as I'm speaking over Zoom with you, it's very open.
Yeah, I mean, my school gives us a Microsoft Teams account too, so we both have Zoom and Microsoft Teams because we have Microsoft Suite. But Microsoft is so confusing. It's so confusing.
Oh, I'm biased. I love anything Microsoft.
No, have you opened Teams? It is so confusing.
Show it to me, and I'll wait. Well, you can't right now. Obviously, whenever we get to be in person again, I'd love to check this out. I need to see this.
Microsoft Teams?
Yeah. I don't have, my school's basic. They're just here's the Zoom.
I mean, do they have a Microsoft program? Like, can you get free Microsoft?
Both at both my school and work. Work definitely not. School, from what I hear, my school is so odd. They're like, it's like somewhere. You'll get an answer of like, it's somewhere. We think we have one. If you look around, you'll find it.
Well, if they have a deal with Microsoft that all their students get a Microsoft Office, it comes with the whole suite.
Oh, we probably definitely don't have that. Which kind of like right now, and another thing, like any workplace and school that isn't giving your employees and students Microsoft for free right now, like fuck you, because we're gonna need it.
Well, yeah, but Google's there. Like, you can get Google is like open source.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can get Google Duo, Google Meetings. You can type all your homework into Google. Got Google Forms, Google Sheets. Then you get a YouTube account.
Google Sheets is really nice. I tried the online like Microsoft Word instead of the actual app because the app is so expensive, and that was.
Oh yeah, you've got Google Search, My Business, Google Maps, YouTube, Google Play.
But then you get that one professor who's like, "Can you make this into a Word doc?"
Then you just download it as a Word doc. And then you got Gmail, you got Google Meets, you got all your contacts, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Google Translate, Google Photos. Then you got Duo, and you've got Shopping, you've got Finance, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Books, Blogger, Hangouts.
Google should be sponsoring this right now.
I know, right? Keep, Jamboard. You've also got Classroom.
Oh, I love Jamboard. I didn't know that was a thing until one of my professors discovered it. Now she's like Jamboard happy.
You've got Arts and Culture, Google Ads. I don't know why you want that, but there you go. Google Podcasts. I don't know what Stadia is, but let's go. What's more from Google? Stay organized. How am I going to stay organized with Google? Google Keep, save thoughts as notes, list, and voice memos from anywhere. Google Calendar, Google Contacts, and Google Photos. Oh, all products. Oh, they have so many things. They've got YouTube virtual reality, YouTube TV.
Wait a minute. I'm just looking at Google Meet right now, and I'm just like, why couldn't I use this for my teaching?
Yeah, Google Meet. You got YouTube Music, YouTube Kids, regular YouTube, Wear OS by Google, Waze, Voice, Trusted Contacts, Translate, Tiltbrush, Stadia, Snapseed, Slides, Sites, Sheets, Search, Scholar, Pixelbook. Don't know what Pixelbook is. Pixelbud, and then you have regular Pixel. Photo scans, news, message, measure. I don't know what that is. Maps, Keeps, Hangouts, Google Tasks, Google Street View, Google Shopping, Google Podcasts, Google Play Protect, Google Play Pass, Google Play Movies and TV, Google Play Games, Google Play Books, Google Play, Google Photos, Google Pay, Google One, Google Meet, Google Lens, Google Input Tools, don't know what that is, Google Fit, awesome, Google Find My Device, Google Files, Google File, Google Fi, Google Family Link, Google Expedition, Google Duo, the word Google is losing meaning, Google Classroom, Google Chat, Google Authenticator.
Google, give us this sponsorship, the number. Where's the sponsorship?
Google Assistant, Google Arts and Cultures, Google Alerts, Gmail, Gboard, Forms, Finance, Earth, Drive, Docs, Digital Well-Being. I don't know what that is, but I need to find out. Contacts, Connected Home, Chromecast, Chromebook, Chrome Web Store, Chrome, Cardboard. Don't know what that is either. Calendar, Android TV, Android OS, and Android Auto. I just read those in reverse order for you.
Snapseed looks really cool.
I'm going to find out what Google Digital Wellbeing is right now. Okay, what is this? Get views of your digital habits. Frequently used.
Oh, I need that.
How many notifications you receive, how often you check your phone or unlock your device.
Oh, I need this.
Daily app timers let you set limits for how much you use apps. Oh.
Go into this right now.
Bedtime mode reminds you to switch off at night, setting a schedule to fade your screen to grayscale, while Do Not Disturb silences notifications for a good night's sleep. Focus mode lets you pause distracting apps with a single tap so you can better focus your time. You can also set a schedule to turn on focus mode automatically and reduce distractions while you're at work, school, or home.
I'm going to it right now.
Let me go find out what the other things are, because this became a Google sponsorship. What is Google Fit? Okay. It says, wow, this is a lot. It's hard to know how much or what kind of activity you need to stay healthy. That's why Google Fit collaborated with the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association to bring you Heart Points, an activity goal that can help improve your health. Activities that get your heart pumping harder will have tremendous health benefits for your health and mind. You'll earn 1 heart point for each minute of moderate activity, like picking up the pace when walking your dog, or double points for more intense activities like running. It takes just 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week to reach the AHA and WHO's recommended amount of physical activity shown to reduce the risk of heart disease, improve sleep, and increase overall mental well-being. Google Fit also helps you track your workouts from your phone or your watch, monitor your goals, make all your movement count, connect with your favorite apps and devices, check in anytime and from anywhere, see a snapshot of your activity history, fit and your across Fit and your integrated apps in the redesigned journal.
So it's a personal trainer.
Yeah, basically. Let's find out what Cardboard is.
Isn't that, I don't know, I'm thinking of the VR.
It is VR.
Oh, it is VR, okay.
Yeah, so Google Cardboard is literally, I guess, a thing that you get, and it works with your phone. And so you would download Google Cardboard. It works with your phone. You get the little cardboard thing, and you do virtual reality with your phone in this cardboard piece.
Now that's cool.
That is pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Now, what is Google Authenticator? Two-step verification provides stronger security for your Google account by requiring a second step of verification when you sign in. In addition to your password, you'll also need a code generated by the Google Authenticator app on your phone. Generate verification codes without a data connection. Google Authenticator works with many providers and accounts, dark theme available, automatic setup via QR code, transfer accounts between devices via QR code.
I needed that like back in high school when my account kept getting hacked over and over again.
Oh yeah. Let's
and
find out what
me
Pixel
would be
is.
like clicking on it.
What is Pixel? Oh, that's the phone. Oh, the phone has its own.
Yeah. That's why I was tempted to get one, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go with the old iPhone.
Yeah. Yep. What is Tilt Brush? Painting from a new perspective. Tilt Brush lets you paint in 3D space with virtual reality. Your room is your canvas. Your palette is your imagination. The possibilities are endless.
That's not a want now, it's a need.
Oh, they've got like little cool things. Oh, and it works with virtual reality. So like you can put it on your virtual reality things and you can draw a virtual reality like room.
I want this. I went to the virtual reality those goggle things. How much are those?
I don't know. Let's Google. Virtual reality headset. So expensive. Sharper Image has one that's $60. But the Oculus is $300. Let's see. Yeah, the Oculus is $300. So we are not okay, let's virtual headset cheap. Best Buy has one that's $23. Samsung's is $31, available on Amazon. Walmart has a version that's $30. Sharper Image I already told you about. Target has one that's $30. Best Buy has another one that's about $65.
Somehow these are like cheaper than I imagined they would be.
Yeah, but you also could get Google Cardboard, because Google Cardboard is literally, you can buy the cardboard piece for like $10, and then it turns your phone into a virtual reality thing.
I'm trying to picture how.
Here, let me share my screen. I'll share my screen with you. Okay. Go away. Thank you. Let's go back to Google Cardboard. This is going to be a long podcast. See,
well,
it's a little box. See? You put your phone in it.
Huh.
All right. I don't know. And let's end this
podcast. iPhone 8.
Huh?
I have an iPhone 8.
I have a 7, so I feel you. Let's end this podcast. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. Please follow us on our social media. I'm not going to forget this time. YouTube, @2ShyGirls. Twitter, @2ShyGirls. Facebook.com/2ShyGirls.